everybody, welcome back to another stream, XPLANE Tuesday. We are back here in Dallas, Fort Worth. We're going to be taking a trip up to Boston. Um, so we're going to be flying a Delta 777 from Flight Factor. No, this is not the new one. Flight Factor's still working on that. Not sure if when we'll actually finally see it. They've been working on it forever. Don't know if there's any updates or not, but this is the one we have available right now. I did check departures out of Dallas Fort Worth. Delta does do a flight out of here from Dallas to Boston. We will be heading up to Boston tonight. But no, they did not do this flight using a 777. I do believe that was a 737-800, but we're not doing the 737 tonight. Gonna do the 777. So we're gonna pretend that Delta does use the 777. I mean, it's a fairly long flight. I'm not sure exactly why they wouldn't. I do suppose that perhaps it's probably based on how many people would actually be needing to do that flight. But we're gonna pretend that perhaps maybe Super Bowl's going on there of some sort, and they need a bigger plane to, you know, the you know large group of passengers up there. So we're flying the 777. Imagination can be anything you want. Um, but let's go ahead and I'm going to try to connect the jetway anyway, but I don't think it's going to work. And no, there is no possibility here for the jetway for the 777. I don't know if it's the plane or I can't remember if this airport has animated jetways or not. But it's no big deal. Um, we'll just go ahead and jump in the plane and we'll start doing what we got to do. So this is what the Flight Factor 777 looks like on the inside. I will be doing a review once we land in Boston of where this plane's at. Why it might be so important for us to finally get a new one. I'm not gonna do any kind of a review now. Just want to have a fun flight, have a good time, enjoy the experience. I will say, as I pan around, try to take a look where things are, what switches there are, where they're placed. How does the overall plane look? I'm not really sure if this tablet actually even really does anything. It might have at one point in its life. After all, I mean, this is an old plane, guys. I mean, this plane was dropped about the same time PMDG dropped their 777 all those years ago in FSX. It's been around for a while. It's been moved sim to sim. Apparently, Flight Factor fixing what they deem necessary for the plane to work. Let's go ahead and get the battery on. We'll turn some of this stuff on. We're going to grab the bus ties. We will come up here and grab the 777 pop-up. I'm going to grab it again because I'm not sure if that actually took. I know I clicked it. Oh, I grabbed the stairs. Oops. There we go. There we go. So we got all the external powers on. Don't need the APU just yet. Technically, we could be waiting for later to turn these on, but I'm just going to turn them on now for ease. We'll go ahead and grab the passenger signs. Grab the window heat. Emergency lights are already there. I know we're going to have to hit these, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit them. There we go. Go ahead and grab some fuel tanks. Don't really know if we need those. I doubt we'll need the bottom ones. We'll leave them off for now. I'm going to go ahead and grab pressurizations. Again, don't really necessarily think we need them on now, but I'm just going to do it all now so it's ready and it's done. And once I get done doing this, I'll start mucking around with getting the plane loaded. That could take a minute for sure. We'll go ahead and put the anti-ices on auto. We're going to go ahead and grab the nav light and the logo light. and that should be fine for now. Come back up here, grab the pop-up so we can load the plane. So to load the plane, I do believe we need doors on manual. We're going to undo the failures since I think about it. I'm going to undo the wheel limits. But we need stairs, fuel truck. I do believe we need to bust the chocks. Need to come over here, grab some doors. This door here. I think that's what we need. Now, according to SimBrief, we need 56,662 pounds of fuel. And of course that didn't work. So I guess we'll do 300 on the passengers. We'll do cargo is 2,800. We'll say 20 minutes on the APU, probably more than we need. Taxi time, I'll just do 20. Again, hopefully that's more time than we need. Takeoff fuel. That should do it. Total weight. And I forgot this is in kilograms. Did I change that? Nope, still in pounds, so I need to edit this. Change that to kilograms, reload the flight plan, and recheck some of our numbers here. I'm used to having the option for pounds. Alright, so black fuel. Well, let's start with the cargo weight. We actually need 9383. And then we'll keep the times. Fuel, 26,659. There we go. 202,692. Yeah, well, we're gonna go with it. I think it'll be fine. A little heavier than its claim, so I tell you what we're gonna do. It says 26,659. We're gonna go 30,000, just to make sure we have enough. Let's go ahead and load. And so our plane is currently loading. Let's go ahead and oh, that's brightness. Well, I'm gonna hope that if I close this, well, maybe you can't close it. Darn it. Alright, so here's the FMS. No, guys, nav data is not out of date. It's updated. You can see it right up here. That is the current AirX cycle. Why it thinks it's out of date, I do not know. So we are at DFW. Grab GPS. So no, this has no SimBrief link, but you can use the downloader to save the flight plan in the right spot to look for what you're needing. We'll grab this plan right here. We'll be taking off 36 right. And we are doing flight DL 1180. So we're executed, departure arrival. So we will be departing Akuna 9, an MLC, and then we're going to arrive. And I already figured this out last night. You can't start with the runway. Don't know how accurate that is, but we want the JFun 2, the Ponct, and we're going to be using runway number 4 right. And we're going to execute that. We're going to check for any discons. We all know how I feel about the discontinuities. And actually get rid of the vectors. If we need to, we'll vector ourselves. Go to route. Let's go to perf init. So again, we're cruising at 39,000 feet. Cost index is going to be 50. Gonna pop 2 into reserves. 0 fuel weight. I don't really think we're going to get. We got takeoff weight. We get a total fuel. So I guess I'm going to have to estimate our 0 fuel weight. I'm going to say, to be safe, 200,488. Which is 200.4. I'll go ahead with everything else. Rest limit. We're just going to do a takeoff flaps of 5. Confirm those. Takeoff gross weight. I'm going to go with 220.2. And reconfirm the V-speeds. I have no idea what the config is going to be, so I'm just going to call it 29. Alright, call it 30. Want to put something in there. I know what we can do. Alright. This should give us something close, if it gives us the information I think it should. No, it doesn't give us RCG. Wait, no, it's right here. 56.3. Cheating there, sorry guys, but... Alrighty. What numbers will it accept? Well, there's gotta be something here that'll give it to us. Well, I'm just gonna have to leave our trim here at 7. Hope that's right, because I don't know what to put in there, guys. I'm sure there's gotta be a way to figure that out. I just don't know what that is. Seems like no matter what number combination I use, for any normal type of number that you would expect it to be. Oh, wait, there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at 7, guys, because I don't even know if 24% is right. But maybe I'll adjust it to 6.5. Like it says. We'll see how it goes when we take off. But FMS, as far as I can tell, concerned, is ready to go. We can go ahead and get that going. I suppose it's a good thing we don't need the radios tonight. So I'm not sure if they're working. I do believe I have all the electrics to where they're supposed to be. Pretty sure I'm not missing nothing. Maybe it needs APU power for the radios to come on. I do not know. So that had nothing to do with what we needed. There is no way to raise the armrest, so if there's something there we should be looking at, can't see it. Oh, that radio's working. I'm just gonna leave it alone, guys. Let's go ahead and get the APU running. I will say that the APU is highly unrealistic as far as how long it takes to start up. Already running. You guys can hear it, right? Let's go ahead and get these doors shut. That stuff in there and get rid of all this. I see my display disappeared here on the left, but that might be okay. I don't know why those weren't on, but there we go. We got our displays back. Looks like the FMS reset, but we're still good. The route's still there, so we'll take it. V-speeds look like they're all set up. I do still need to come up here and grab. Oh, those are linked. Interesting. Again, we should be at 39,000 feet. Go ahead and grab the LNAV and the VNAV. Double check the warnings. Engine's fine. We haven't started them yet. Alright, that's fine. Go ahead and grab the auto throttle. Clear to caution. Oh yeah, we need to set the altimeter. So altimeter should be set at 30.16. What the heck? Kept going backwards there. Alright. I think that's 31.6, and it is. Sorry guys, but I just can't see that very clearly. Alright, let's go ahead and get the weather and the traffic on. I want those range rings. Let's go ahead and grab better pushback. And from where we are at, we need 36 right, I do believe. Yep, 36 right. So let's go ahead and go tail to the right. Can't zoom in. I believe that's a taxi line right here. Best I can see and tell. So I'll just put us right over here like this. Doesn't like it that way, so I'll go with that.
All right, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
That seems kind of loud, so what I'm going to do, as loud as it already is, I'm going to make sure we turn it down at least a little bit. There we go. Let's try that.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Beacons are on. We can set some of their stuff later. coming. All the doors appear to be shut.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect. Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go. Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Alright, so we're going to start lighting up number 2. That definitely is way too quick. Now, I haven't done a recent test flight. I think since the last time I might have tried it, I think there might have been an update, but I don't want to say things were as quick as they are right now. Before. We'll see how it goes tonight, guys. I mean, we might be at a new version of the Concorde. Suppose we can do auto start. I'm going to go ahead and grab the left for number 1. Again, super fast. Ah, didn't want that. There we go. The switches are a little tricky to hit. But there we go.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
There we go. No more errors. But what we need to do now, get the RTO on. Go ahead and set flaps 5. Go ahead and disconnect. Oh, there's one button I didn't set. I forgot all about. Sorry, guys. Oh, it is there. Did it by default. Awesome. Let's go ahead and grab the taxi light.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Alright, so is that going to flaps 5? It says 4. There we go, flaps 5. Keep going. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. Let's go ahead and give it some throttle. That is easy to steer. I forgot. Let's go ahead and grab PACX, even though we're moving. Not really realistic, but hey, it's what it is. Suppose I could have gone down that way. One second here.
We're on your time now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant speaking. At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bins and your small items are underneath the seat in front of you. If you have any trouble or need any assistance, please don't hesitate to let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to help you. If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away
I'm gonna
so
try
that the
something.
aisle is clear and
I'm
other
not used to
passengers
having to
can
do
make their
that,
way
but let's
to
try
their seats.
something else here.
If you're in an emergency
I'm really not
exit
liking
row,
how it's
please
taxiing.
read the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be reseated. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you.
Alright, so I got my side stick out. I did set the axis for tiller.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight.
I guess no matter what, I'm gonna have to have the side stick out.
Boston. Our flight time will be roughly 3 hours and 2 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices
I'm almost
kind
of surprised it's moving. I had the throttles on idle.
And make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screens for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Hello.
Hello. Hola. Konnichiwa. Welcome aboard, and thanks for flying with Delta. Muchas gracias por volar con Delta.
Our first priority on every flight.
On every flight, safety.
So before we depart, we'll be giving a brief safety presentation. Okay. Be sure all carry-on items are securely stowed in an overhead bin, and place smaller items under the seat in front of you. And ensure all aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas are clear.
If you're seated at an emergency exit, please review the responsibilities for emergency exit seating on the back of the safety information card
not allowed on any Delta flight, and federal law also prohibits tampering, disabling, or destroying our smoke detector.
There are 10 exits on this plane. 6 doors, 3 on each side, and 4 window exits over the wings. Each door has a detachable side that can be used as a raft. An additional raft is located in an overhead bin just forward of the wings.
All exits are clearly marked with an exit sign. However, if there is a loss of power and cabin visibility is reduced, lights will illuminate aisle to guide you to an exit. Please take a moment to find the exit closest to you. And remember, they might be behind you.
It's a light, but if cabin pressure changes, the panels above your seat will open, revealing oxygen masks. If this happens, reach up and pull a mask toward you until the tube is fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and breathe normally. And note that oxygen is flowing. So don't worry if the bag is not inflated. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also likely.
Yeah, I suppose I could have gone farther down, but I mean, reality is we really shouldn't need the whole runway. Landing lights, strobe lights. Let's take the taxi lights off. Let's go. I know the PACX isn't ready, but I hope that's alright, because I'm not waiting.
Down on the tab in front, but if your vest doesn't have a tab, the light will activate automatically in the water. If necessary, we'll distribute infant life vests or other flotation devices for children who weigh 35 pounds or less.
This plane features Wi-Fi and internet can be accessed using our LOGAN internet service.
Now, before we take off, be sure your seat is upright, your eye armrest and headrest are lowered, your tray table is put away, and all carrying items are properly stored. And finally, now would be a good time for everyone to review the safety information card which is in their seat pocket.
On behalf of everyone at Delta Airlines, I'd like to thank you for paying attention. Now, as we prepare for takeoff, please relax and enjoy the flight.
Muito obrigado por voar com a Delta. Thank you for flying with Delta.
Ready to go.
Alright, we'll go now. Go ahead and advance our throttles. Engines don't really sound like they're going up. Maybe we just can't plan hear the engines. I'll hit my toga. I apparently got the message for the toga. So the button working. Cool. Let's go. Don't know what that blessed shaking is. Well, I guess we get no call-outs. But we do have a positive rate of climb. Go ahead and put the gear up. I guess it's nice to have sounds. I just don't know as if I necessarily care for these, although I do know that there is sound packs you can get if you choose to find them, download, buy them, install them. A minute here, we're going to go ahead and let the autopilot take it over. I don't know if I should necessarily be hunting the lines or not. I don't like it sending me back left and right, left and right. Don't really need to be doing that, but heading to our next waypoint. I'm going to go ahead and let the autopilot take over. Start putting some flaps up. Autopilot is on. LNAV and VNAV. Flaps are going all the way up now. So gear is up. RTO's been already automatically triggered. And we're climbing, guys. On our way. I don't know if realistically we would actually be climbing this fast, but that is the speed she's climbing at. Just about to hit 10,000. Alright, so there we are, 10,000 feet. Make sure we turn off the runway lights.
Ladies and
Or
gentlemen, we are now
landing
passing
lights.
through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatories. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page to pay a small fee for internet access. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TV and paid movies library. The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
Just noticed, what is this? Oh, they added a little spot up here to get to it. Never noticed that. No way to power it. I mean, apparently at one point, because some of these buttons are acting like they're clickable, it probably used to do something. I think maybe you can see some charts on there, maybe, or something. Well, definitely can't test your oxygen. Guess we better hope those air tanks are working. Just an observation. You know, compared to my review last night on the Flight Factor A320, you know, I think this might go to confirm some hunches I had about it. There's light in here, guys. This whole MCP, this whole dashboard, this whole front of the plane doesn't look like it's all black. You're definitely getting some light effects. You can definitely see and tell that it's brown. It looks like the color it's supposed to be, guys. So whatever is causing it, I don't think it's XPLANE. If you didn't see my stream last night, go ahead and take a peek, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Is it as light as in here right now as I think it should be? Not really, but it's nowhere near as dark as the experience we had yesterday in the A320. There we go. We might as well hit standard. There we go. Now we're at our transition. And ready to climb all the way up to 39,000 feet, y'all. And I already have previously tried to take this thing up past 40. You know, I don't know if I was just having a bad night. I don't know if I was flying into the wind, but I don't recall this plane making it up past 40. But let's go at that. We're at transition. We definitely have some distance to travel. Let's go ahead, kill the sounds for the sim, and play some tunes.
Place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings. But success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself way, I don't have to plan it. I can go, change my fate, you won't understand it. All alone, that's okay, people I can't stand them. They don't want me to change, keep me where I'm standing. And I don't wanna be where I am, and I want something more, take a chance. It could be possibly my last dance, my last dance. And I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. And I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it, and I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Alright, guys. So don't know what happened. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, um, this plane may have a few glitches. Um, I did happen to notice my speed was dropping off. I did go in here and I did try to figure out just what was happening. I tried taking control of the throttle. It wouldn't let me even do that. As I tried undoing other things to try to get full control of the plane. So, maybe I could try descending a few thousand feet to help pick up speed, get control of my throttles, make sure it's not, doing what it was doing and going full thrust and then dropping and going full thrust when it's already, needing to maintain speed. Um, Clearly, I don't think this plane is XPLANE 12 ready as of yet. It's definitely further along than it was when XPLANE 12 first dropped. It wasn't even able to get this far at that point. Trying to think back, this might have been one of the issues I remember encountering when I got close to my airport. Luckily, at that point, I was able to get control of it a little sooner, and I didn't really have all that far to go. But even then, when I landed, I had no reverse thrust. I couldn't take control of the throttle. Didn't go very well. But I still wanted to try and fly this plane tonight. See what it would do, knowing there had been at least one or two updates since the last time. And also, I wanted to fly this plane in preparation for tomorrow night. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to try to relaunch at another airport. I'm just not gonna put us through this fiasco for a second time tonight. The plane, in my opinion, is not ready yet. Um, Still got some work to go. While we're here, I did say I was going to review the plane. So yeah, like I just said, I think this plane still has a few issues. I mean, APU, it starts up instantly. There's no, you need to wait 30 seconds to a minute or more for it to come up. It's just right there. You start the engines, it's just instant start. Um, Not good, not realistic. Um, As far as the texturing goes, not a lot I could say. I'm not gonna. I can't say it's great. I can't necessarily say it's awesome by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, this plane is at least 10 years old. It's been out for quite a while, and I certainly wouldn't expect Flight Factor to go out back into this plane and redo all this stuff as they're already working on a V2. It wouldn't make any sense at this point. One key thing that bugs me, and I'm sure it bugs a lot of other people that know what a 777 is and know what a 777 should look like. There's one thing that's been here since day one that everybody knew they got wrong. I'm sure Flight Factor knew what they got wrong, but this right here. Take a look at this MCP. For those of us know exactly what's wrong. Shouldn't even have to point it out. But since I realize some people may watch this video and not know, so I'll say it. I don't personally think these dials are, look like they should. I guess there's nothing wrong with them as long as they work, I guess. But the one thing out of all of this that kind of boils me up a little bit, given the fact that this is a pair plane, and I think when I bought it, I think I was stupid enough to pay $50 for it. I think right now, I think you could probably grab it for 30, but I would say don't even spend the $30 on this, guys. Cause look at this. This plane was out 10 years ago. They never even took the time to go back and to fix this one thing, which they should have done. Look at this, guys. Toga and disconnect button. Don't belong there, guys. That whole area right there should have been the autopilot disconnect. Toga button doesn't belong. Toga button is on the throttle, not the MCP. Now, it could be they did that as I thought it would be a matter of convenience, but in my opinion, convenience can be throwing a person a hint. Go into your settings and pre-program the button you want to use for Toga, so you don't have to look down and reach to push the Toga button where it's supposed to belong. Not changing how the MCP should be. Don't know why they never went back and did it. Only Flight Factor would know why. Maybe they couldn't do it. Maybe they could, but didn't care to do it. To get into that possible comment, we'd have to spend the next hour on the history of XPLANE and other flight sims for competition and whatnot, and that's not the point of this conversation. But they could have and should have. I remember back when this plane dropped. I want to say potentially XPLANE 9, maybe XPLANE 10 just come out. One thing I do know is when this plane dropped, while I can't remember which one came first, but when this plane dropped, so did the PMDG. Was within a short period of time of each other. They both almost dropped at the same time. Somebody in XPLANE, I'm pretty sure, it had to be a hardcore XPLANE fan. Not that there's anything wrong with being a hardcore XPLANE fan, not at all. But the point I'm trying to make here is whoever it was, don't remember a streamer's name. I mean, this is going back a number of years. I don't even know if this person's even streaming anymore. But he made a video. He was sitting next plane in this plane. He was definitely panning around the cockpit, trying to, make you believe the ooh and ah and how perfect this plane was modeled, how perfect it looked, the functions that it had, how it got everything right. And then also took screenshots of the PMD 777 that dropped in FSX. And found one reason after another, what PMDG got wrong and why Flight Factor got things right. I looked at that video. I saw, what was here, and I'm kind of like, are you out of, I couldn't help to think, are you out of your mind? The features that PMDG came with alone, built into the FMC, blew the options this plane gave you out of the water. And which I'll be showing that tomorrow night. That is going to be my Throwback Wednesday stream. I am going to stream FSX. And I'll get a little more into that in a moment. I want to finish this conversation here first. But yeah, I mean, the FMC, you could swap out different panels, different options and features. You all know what I'm talking about. The same that you were able to do in the original PMDG 737 that we can also do now in the MSFS 737 that dropped. All the way back then in FSX, you had all that customization available. What customization did we get with this? Did anybody get purchasing this plane? You didn't. This was pretty much Flight Factor's idea of settings and customization. This is it right here. This is what you get. PMDG pretty much had every switch clickable. You can raise and lower the armrests. You can come over to the air gauges, and you can actually test your air pressure. Can't do that here, guys. Looks like you can do the tiller from here, which I guess is great. I don't know. I can't remember if PMDG had that option or not. It's been a while since I've flown it, but I'll find out tomorrow night. We'll find out together. We'll take a look at how overall the PMDG looks, the options that it has, the things you were able to do with it. One thing I can confirm is when you get in here and you go to the main screen where it tells you your AIRAC, it definitely doesn't tell you it's out of date when it's updated. This plane's doing that. And obviously PMDG hasn't done any updates to that plane in a good number of years for obvious reasons. Obviously PMDG dropped support for FSX for, just as soon as MSFS 2020 came out, y'all. I mean, they haven't need to, and yet even in XPLANE 11 today, you can still install it and play it, and it works. It's standing the test of time. Now, do I think it's too bad from the beginning we couldn't just take our PMDG planes and bring them over in MSFS? Yeah. Do I think they might have been able to do it with a little bit of time of tweaking some stuff? Sure. I still believe in the back of my mind that they could have done that. But at the same time, I don't blame PMDG for not doing it because at the end of the day, as we know, MSFS, well, so much more capabilities available than what was available back in the days of FSX. I still think the products that they made in FSX still look good, and they still look good now. Um, but anyway, that video that I was discussing about the the difference between the PMDG 7 or 777 and Flight Factor 777. I just thought it was funny that he was sitting there, saying what he was saying. I mean, I get it. You're an X-Plane fan. You love X-Plane. You love the flight model. But I know in many ways, for X-Plane users, the flight model is one of the most important things. But at the end of the day, if you're going to make a video and talk about the features that are correct or not correct, and the features that are available, but bash the other manufacturer when the plane you're talking about being better is even half as good, at least as far as features and looks and functionality goes. To me, everybody's gonna fly to sim that's right, and that's fine. I'm not gonna try to bash anybody for that idea. I mean, it wouldn't be right to do so. Everybody's gonna need and expect different things out of the sim they fly. That one sim is gonna be the best sim for, the person standing next to you. Everybody expects something different. But I'm just saying, at least be right when you bash somebody. At least, I don't know. At the end of the day, maybe he was trying to make a comedy video that made it, just kind of went above my head. Don't know. But I don't really want to ramble on about that at this point. Tomorrow night we will get to see the PMDG 777. I would suspect that we will have a full flight tomorrow night. Short of FSX having an out of memory error. So tomorrow night we will be back in FSX. It'll be FSX Throwback. I'm not sure if that's exactly what I'm going to label the video, but I do plan on Wednesdays being kind of like a FSX Throwback. We're going to pick a different plane every week, different locations. But we will be in Boston tomorrow night. That's why I wanted to be in Boston tonight. You know, but unfortunately we're not making it there, guys. But I think the whole stream is going to be interesting because not only are we going to be able to see the original PMDG 777 when PMDG first made one and released it. It was their first ever. They didn't make one prior to FSX. Um, we all know that PMDG is going to be dropping their new 777 soon and MSFS. We don't know necessarily when it's coming yet. As far as I know, he hasn't released a release date yet. As far as I know, it may or may not be in beta testing at this point. I kind of have a hunch it is, whether he's announced it or not. But will we see it by the end of the year? Don't know. Probably not. Will we? However, do I think we're going to see it early next year? Probably. I think by May we'll probably see the 777. Um, as long as things don't suddenly blow up in Microsoft land, causing him to have to go back to the drawing board to fix something that Microsoft broke. We'll see. Anything's possible on that side of things. But the Boston scenery that I'm going to be using, it's going to be Fly Tampa. As we all know, Fly Tampa did Boston and MSFS. It'll be kind of cool for us to go back to see what they did with Boston back in the days of FSX. We're also going to be flying to Orlando. Um, Now, the scenery, I also do own and have installed and tested and know it's working. That is done by Taxi to Gate, as we know. They also did the Orlando that we were waiting for in Microsoft. Um, so it'll be kind of cool to see what they were able to do back then versus what we all know we got now, on both sides. And it'll be awesome to see, because again, we'll be looking at the PMDG 777. It'll be kind of fun to see, how much of the same do we get in the new version that's coming? How much did they improve? How many new things did they add? I mean, we all know that in this new version of 777 is going to have a tablet. Well, as we know, back in these days, when this plane was released for Flight Factor and when PMDG dropped the original 777, there was no tablet. Pilots weren't using tablets back in those days. Well, maybe I'll take it back. I think by the time PMDG made the 777, I think tablets might have been coming around at that point. You know, the PMDG did drop to 777 at least a couple of years after they dropped to 737. Hard to say. I guess we'd have to Google it to know for sure. But just the way it was back in FSX, no plane in FSX came with a tablet until I want to say much later in the life of FSX. But definitely looking forward to that stream. I hope you guys come to see that stream tomorrow night. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. My only, like I said, my only fear is we're gonna get that out of memory error and it's gonna crash. We'll see. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I didn't have an issue the last stream I did, but I'll have to be honest. We didn't spend that much time in Denver, and it wasn't that long of a flight over to Jackson Hole. But anyway, I don't want to keep on rambling. We'll get a chance to have fun again tomorrow night. But again, guys, can't believe Flight Factor never took the time to go back and do this MCP correctly. I don't know. I've never made planes. I've messed around with developing scenery. I don't really say I have a full understanding of what it takes to work on this stuff, but honestly, they should have done it right the first time, and it would have been only fair and right to the customers that at the end of the day spent the money for the plane as they charged money for it. That's just my opinion. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for taking the time and opportunity to watch this stream. I'm sorry we didn't make our destination, but we will definitely have a lot more fun tomorrow night. So I'll catch you later.